Do you want to be in a video? Yeah. So, Hound Dog and I just wanted to say hello and welcome to part 2 of my plant tour. This is most of my Hoyas in this room, I would say, probably 60%. And it's a spare bedroom. I'm eventually going to be converting into an office, workspace, plant room. It has the best light in my apartment. It is full west windows, west-southwest facing. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. So this is the view when you first walk into the bedroom. I have a couple of philodendrons here, moonlight and a micans that are acclimating in higher light, which is good for them. I also have this staghorn fern with some new basil fronds. Those popped out in the last couple of months. It's really the first thing I've seen from that fern. I also have a couple of ponytail palms, which I'm not crazy about. These guys lived out on my patio for like all of the summer, and I'm tolerating them until they can go back outside. And then this corner is my bright light corner. I have some artificial lights to supplement over the winter, but it is the brightest corner that I have in my house. And then I have 2 Hoyas right here. My Australis I moved in here, and then this is my new Crimson Princess that I recently got at Tonkadale. I love all of the new pink leaves growing there. And I also have this Peperomia graveolens, which is awesome. I treat it a lot like my other succulents just because it is so fleshy. The leaves are really, really succulent. I also have this Echeveria that recently flowered or popped or whatever. All the little pieces of it are in the pot. And then this is my aloe. It's doing okay. I think it wants to be outside where it was this summer. And I also have an assorted Echeveria arrangement there. I don't know why I have these succulents, to be honest with you. I'm not crazy about succulents. That was my big snake plant there. Except for this one. This one's pretty cool. It's my mountain aloe. I did an unboxing of that a little while ago. Then these Haworthia, I got in a succulent package from Josh's Frogs, I believe, and then I have a couple of lithops right there. This was an elephant bush cutting that I had gotten, and I think it rooted because those little sprouts on the bottom there are new. This is what not to do with your cactus, ladies and gentlemen. It definitely is not happy. It needs more light. These 2 cacti were in that succulent cacti group that I got, that box from Josh's Frogs, a bundle, I guess. And then this guy, I think it's a donkey tail. It doesn't really look like any donkey tail or burro's tail I've ever seen. I'm sure it's some kind of sedum. If it's not a donkey's tail, I don't know. I'm not crazy about succulents. So top shelf is my smaller assortment of jungle cacti. I really like jungle cacti a lot. Most of these should be labeled. This one looks like a few different varieties, and that's kind of the thing with jungle cacti is, especially Ripsalis, there are so few that are truly identified, I believe, and a lot of them resemble each other that it's easy to mix them up and it's easy to misidentify them. So it doesn't matter to me. I just love how they drape and how they look and how they grow. And they're pretty easy for me to take care of. I have their care needs down. This is a Pseudo-Ripsalis ramulosa. Apparently this one turns bright red in highlight, so that would be cool to see. Hopefully I can get it there. And then this one, I'm not even going to try to pronounce or remember or tell you the name of it. I think I show you on the tag that I have in there. Yeah, that's what it is. Whatever that is. I just really like the way it grows. Most of my Ripsalis, I believe I got off of Josh's Frogs. And to be honest, I don't know if they are accurately identified or not. But they are growing well in my house. I just recently moved my jungle cacti up to that top shelf. I like this room for them because it's a little bit, I keep the humidity a little bit higher in here. So I am hopeful to see how they do in this brighter corner. They aren't in direct sun. This is Ripsalis gobeliana. They aren't in direct sun in this corner, but they do have the higher humidity and bright light, so I hope they do well. They're growing well right now, and it's winter, so I'm optimistic. And we'll see. If they get big enough, I would love to have a hanging row of jungle cacti in front of my window. I think that'd be really cool. That's one thing that I haven't really been able to do yet, is hang a lot of my plants that will eventually get drapey and big and hang well. That's another one I can never remember the name of. I just call it Hans. I think it's two different plants. I think that very first tendril is some sort of Lepismium cruciform, I think. It just looks different than the other two did. Doesn't really matter to me. It's still producing growth. I'm excited about it. I just hope I hope these all grow well, and then eventually I'd be able to hang them up from the ceiling. That'd be awesome. So that's my little row of 4-inch pots of jungle cacti. And then here is kind of the larger view of my southwest aspect corner. And in front of this western window here, I have a Hoya. I think this is my Elagiorum. I'm trying to remember the name. I'm pretty sure it's Elagiorum. I'll post it on the bottom of the screen, just to be sure. You can kind of see the tag there. And this one's kind of struggled lately. As you can see, the leaves are kind of dimpled and kind of matte. They're not really doing that great. Trying to figure out what it needs from me. This is my Crimson Queen. This is the larger of my two Crimson Queens that I have. And next to that, I love this Hoya. This is my variegated Hoya Wyetii. And it's awesome. It's such a beautiful plant. I love, 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 love that Hoya. And I also love this Hoya. This is my Obovata. And it has 3 active growth points right now. These vines that I'm showing you, those are new leaves, new growth right there. Since I have had this plant, just about 6 months, I think. Then, as you can see, you probably remember this Cumingiana. I moved it in from the other room. Then I have this, it used to be Bilobata. I think it's Bretonnier now. Either way, it's super cute and I love it. And it's also one of my Hoyas that's continuously growing this winter. And this is my Hoya Calycina. This one is also an active grower right now. The leaves are fuzzy. I love that one. And my Shepherdii. This is a slower grower for me. And it could be that I just haven't found its ideal light conditions. I think it has a couple of new leaves on it since I got it, and that's about it. This is my cinnamon scented Hoya. I am blanking on the Latin name. It's a very common one. A lot of people have it. I'm just drawing a blank, so I'm going to post that on the screen. Oh my gosh. And then this is my larger variegated Hoya macrophylla. I got this one from Tonkadale as well. And it's not growing new leaves yet, but it does have active growth points on it, I think. I see some leaf buds on there, so that's going to be fun. And yeah, just hanging out and being beautiful. And this is my Hoya delicta, oh, can I pronounce it? Delictosparte? My big, beautiful, round-leafed gorgeousness of a plant. It has that long vine and then this new vine it's shot out pretty recently after I got it, and it has new leaves on there. Leaves are pretty big, the established ones. Love that guy. And then, of course, This is where my Hoya polyneura graduated to. It's now hanging out pretty darn close to the humidifier and in a bright area on that little homemade bookshelf in front of the window. And then I also have this beautiful, beautiful Hoya. It's my Hoya camphorifolia. A couple of new growth points on there. This is one that struggled a little when I first got it. The leaves are very delicate. They're almost paper thin. I love the veination on them though. It wasn't super happy for a while. And so now I have it in bright light next to my humidifier. And then I have this little one. It's my Shooting Stars Hoya, my Hoya multiflora. And it has new growth also. I got this guy as a cutting. Okay, then kind of in the darker side of this window shelf, I have a couple more jungle cacti. One of them, the Ripsalis elliptica. I don't think I've shown you yet. Some new growth on there. And then you might remember this one from part 1. I ended up moving him in here because I had to make room for a very, very special plant that needed its spot. I'll show you later. Okay, this is the shelf above my guest bed. This is my smaller Crimson Queen right next to my smaller Hoya macrophylla variegata. This is smaller, but it is the active grower of my two. It has an active growth point on it, and that's the newest leaf. So that's pretty fun. And then I think, yeah, it does have something going on there too. Either a bud or a peduncle. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll find out later. Then this is my Hoya melliflua. I love the leaves on this one. They're just big and solid and green and oblong. And then it has this long vine. A few kind of nodes on there that look like they might be able to do something soon. We'll see. And then next to that, I have my smaller and older Hoya australis. This is just a single vine. These are the newest leaves. It's pretty cool. And then this sad little creature. That is my reverting, very thirsty Hoya carnosa. Used to be a crimson princess. Is now pretty much just a regular carnosa. And I don't like to overwater in this pot. I just worry that the water sits in there. It holds onto it really well, so I let it go quite a while between waterings. Then this is one of my favorite plants. This is my grandmother's Ellen Danica grape ivy or oak leaf ivy, Cissus rhombifolia. This thing is as old as I am. I inherited it from my grandmother. Then here is a final sweep of my guest bedroom. West-facing window there. And it houses a lot of my humidity-loving plants. I have my luxury humidifier in this room. Hey guys, that about does it for part 2 of my apartment plant tour. I'm going to be posting part 3, hopefully by Friday. That's the goal anyway. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. Just do that right down there. I wanted to show you quickly, I don't know if you caught it a little bit earlier in the video, I had mentioned that my epiphyllum got bumped out of its place in my living room by a special new plant. And so I wanted to show that to you. Oh my god. Oh my god. This plant. Linearis. It's a Hoya linearis. I have tried one of these before, and it hurt. Did not go well. A bunch of different factors went into the reasons for it not going well. I decided to try again. So here is a Hoya linearis. This one already looks a lot healthier than my previous one did when it got to me. So I am optimistic about this guy. But I just wanted to quickly share this with you, that this is the reason that squid-looking epiphyllum cactus is in that other room now, because of this little diva. So thank you guys for watching. The last of my apartment tour series should be posted soon. In the meantime, enjoy your plants.